Hi there, I'm John Keirstead from Arctic Spas and ColdTub. Today I'm going to do a wet test of the Ice Pod Plus with the cedar finish on it. I have this same model at my house without the cedar finish. I really do like the cedar finish. I'm thinking I'm going to swap the one I have at home for a cedar cabinet. That said, with the ColdTub, one of the things that's important is when you're getting in and out of this is to not just really quickly move yourself in. You want to go in very steadily and then relax and keep yourself in a meditative state. I've actually hit the standby button here, so this will click off in a second. When these jets click on and the compressor clicks on, it can really blow cold water in your back and your kidneys and stuff, and I really don't like that. But it happens, especially when I'm doing contrast training. So if I go from the hot water into the cold water and back to the hot water for that contrast training, my body heats up and it actually warms the water up that's in the hot tub, or pardon me, in the cold tub. So the Ice Pod Plus will slowly creep up. This one right now is at 51 degrees. Mine at home I usually keep at 48 degrees Fahrenheit, which is pretty cold. So without waiting for this to click off, because it can take a few minutes to do so, I'm gonna get in here. I'm gonna show you how I get in. So there's a little seat in here, but usually I want to make sure that I'm fully immersed under the water. So I actually move my body forward, and with this plus longer unit, I'm able to get down there and then I can go back there as well, and then I can rest my head on the outside. The other thing is that a lot of times when people are first getting used to this, they have their arms up on the outside of the spa. The hands in the water is really an important part of cooling off. A lot of the blood vessels in here, in your hands, so if your hands are in there, and sometimes people find that pretty hard. So if your first few times you don't want to put your hands in, you can slowly get used to this. There, the standby kicked on just in time for me to go in, right? So this has ColdTub Pal, which is like Spa Boy. It also has Ozone, so the water smells and feels wonderful. I want to control my entrance into the water, so I usually put myself here and I breathe, so that I'm in control. And it's pretty cold. And then I can lower myself back in. I push my feet against the other wall, and I have my hands out. So like I was saying, if you're having trouble getting used to it, you can sit up higher on this and just get the lower part of your body cold. Now this isn't going to work as fast to do the full immersion, but if, for instance, you're a runner or you have problems with your knees or your hips or your back, lower back and stuff, if this is all you can get in, good. It's already, I can feel, I'm so used to using it, I can feel my blood moving. So my blood's moving to the core right now, and I can feel that. So now I'm going to sit back and I just relax. I focus on my breathing. And I can feel the blood moving from my extremes into my core. And I like it when it's just like this smooth. The water's not moving at all. When it moves around, that's good because it actually makes sure that you're always being exposed to cold water, and so it will actually cool you off faster. But because I'm trying to stay in for up to 5 minutes usually, the first critical point for most people is the 2-minute mark. 30 seconds. When you first get to do this, if you can stay in for 30 seconds, consider yourself that you've done a good job. And then if you can stay in for 2 minutes, that could be your next target, and then 5 minutes. And then when I'm doing contrast training, I usually stay in for about 2 minutes, and then I go to the other one, or 5 minutes, and then I go to the sauna or the hot tub. And so that's the ColdTub. So remember, you can also not use the shelf if you need to get deeper into it. amazing for you in a cold tub. I'm John Keirstead for Arctic Spas and ColdTub. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna warm up in the hot tub, do some contrast training. If I was doing this for weight loss, this would be the end. I always finish on cold so that my body has to use energy to reheat itself, and that's like a couple hundred calories a day that's going to work. So I'm gonna go over to the next tub. Here we go. Oh, and I can feel the pins and needles immediately as I go from the cold to the hot. I've got those pins and needles in there. It's similar for any of you that ever used a hot tub and then gone out into the snow. It's like that. So I can feel all the pores opening up, and pretty quick my face will start getting red as the blood starts moving to extremes.